There's a war going on. Not outside, not in the streets, but in your mind. Every day you wake up and face it. A battle between who you are and who you could be. A war between your doubts and your dreams, and the weapon that decides whether you win or lose. It's your mindset. The world doesn't hand you peace or success. It doesn't care if you crumble or rise, but your mind, if trained, if sharpened, can bend reality to your will. Every thought, every belief, every choice, it's all shaping your future, brick by brick, moment by moment. A weak mind makes excuses. A strong mind finds solutions. And the truth is, you can decide which mind you'll have, but it's not easy. No, it's never easy. You see, life will test you. It will throw storms your way, failure, betrayal, loneliness. It will whisper in your ear, give up. You're not enough. Stop trying. And if your mindset is fragile, you'll believe it. You'll let it seep into your bones, into your actions, until you've chained yourself to mediocrity. But if your mindset is strong, if it's unbreakable, you'll turn those whispers into fuel, into fire. When they say you can't, you'll say, watch me. When they try to knock you down, you'll rise higher. When the world tests your limits, you'll prove it wrong. Because mindset isn't just thinking positive. It's not some fairy tale belief that everything will be fine. No, it's brutal. It's raw. It's staring at reality, at all its pain and chaos, and choosing to fight anyway. The world isn't kind. You know that. It's filled with people who will doubt you, use you, leave you. And every time they do, they're chiseling at your resolve, trying to weaken you. But here's the secret: they can only take what you allow. Your mindset is your armor, your shield. If you guard it, if you strengthen it, no one, not the world, not your enemies, not even your own fears can break you. But that takes work. It takes discipline. It takes staring at your own reflection and asking, am I my greatest ally or my worst enemy? Because let me tell you something, most people are their own worst enemy. They let fear decide their actions. They let doubt chain them to the ground. They let comfort whisper lies that keep them from growing. But not you. No, you're different. You've chosen a different path. You've chosen to master your mind. And mastering your mind is not about being perfect. It's not about never feeling fear or doubt. It's about feeling them and moving forward anyway. It's about taking control of your thoughts instead of letting them control you. It's about realizing that every single limitation you think you have, it's all in your head. The world will always try to tell you what you can and cannot do. But the only voice that truly matters is yours. And when your mindset is strong, that voice becomes unstoppable. Think about it. The greatest people in history, they weren't born with power or wealth or privilege. No, they were born with something far more valuable. A mindset that refused to quit. A mindset that saw failure as a lesson, not a defeat. A mindset that turned pain into strength. A mindset that didn't just survive, it thrived. And that same power, it's in you. It's been in you all along. But unlocking it is your choice. No one else's. One else's. It starts with the small things. The voice in your head. When you wake up, what does it say? Does it pull you back under the covers? Or does it push you to rise? When things go wrong, when the day tests you, what's your reaction? Do you curse the world, or do you adapt, adjust, and keep moving? These choices, these moments, they shape you. They build your mindset, brick by brick. Because mindset isn't built in a day. It's not a switch you flip. It's a muscle you train over and over until it becomes unbreakable. Some days will be harder than others. Some days you'll feel like giving up, like the weight is too heavy, like the fight isn't worth it. But those are the days that matter most. Because it's in those moments, in that pain, in that struggle, that's where growth happens. That's where you prove to yourself who you really are. You've got a choice every single day. To let the world dictate your path or to take control of it. To give in to fear or to face it head on. To stay where you are or to become something more. And that choice, it all starts in your mind. When you master your mindset, you master your life. You become the kind of person who doesn't just dream, they do. The kind of person who doesn't just talk, they act. You become unstoppable. But don't fool yourself, it's not a gift. It's earned, through sweat, through sacrifice, through relentless discipline. You'll fall. You'll fail. You'll doubt yourself. And that's okay. What matters isn't how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. The mind is like a sword. If you don't sharpen it, it dulls. If you don't use it, it rusts. But if you train it, if you wield it with purpose, it can cut through anything. Pain, fear, failure, none of it can stop you when your mindset is unshakable. They'll tell you you're too small, too weak, too late. Let them talk. They don't know the battles you've fought. They don't know the fire inside you. They don't know that you've already made up your mind. Because here's the truth, you're not fighting for them. You're not here to prove them wrong. You're here to prove yourself right. And when your mindset is strong, when you've mastered the war within, you can do anything. The world won't hand you peace, but with the right mindset, you'll take it. You can't control the world. You can't control what happens to you, but you can always control how you react. And that's where your power lies. So train your mind, strengthen it, guard it, because mindset, it's everything. It's the foundation, the weapon, the key. And with it, there's nothing you can't conquer. Your mindset is your shield and your sword. It's what protects you from the world's chaos and what cuts through its lies. But here's the hard truth, it's also what can destroy you if you let it. Because the mind doesn't just hold your strength, it holds your demons too. The doubts, the fears, the voices that whisper you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not worthy. Worthy. You've heard those voices, haven't you? We all have. They creep in when you're tired, when you're beaten down, when you're alone, and they'll keep coming. Again and again, testing your resolve. But you're not a victim. Not anymore. You've seen what happens when you let those voices win. The wasted days, the missed opportunities, the regret that eats at you when you close your eyes at night. No more. You've made a choice, a decision to fight back, to take control, to silence those voices, not with hope, but with action. Because hope alone isn't enough. Wishing for a better life, a better future, a better you, it's meaningless without action. Mindset isn't about hoping things will change. It's about deciding to change them yourself. And that takes courage. It takes grit. It takes staring down your fears and saying, you don't own me anymore. It's not easy. God, no, it's not easy. If it were, everyone would do it. But that's what sets you apart. That's what makes you different. Because while they run from discomfort, you embrace it. While they avoid the hard truths, you face them. While they settle for mediocrity, you demand more. And that's the key, isn't it? Demanding more. From yourself, from your life, from the world around you. But it starts within. It starts with mastering your mind. Every day is a test. Every decision, every thought, every action, is all shaping you. And the question you need to ask yourself is this: am I building strength or am I feeding weakness? When you hit snooze instead of getting up, what are you feeding? When you complain instead of finding solutions, what are you feeding? When you let fear dictate your actions, what are you feeding? Every choice matters. Every moment matters. And the more you choose strength over weakness, discipline over comfort, action over excuses, the stronger your mindset becomes. And when your mindset is strong, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting for motivation, for inspiration, for the perfect moment. You stop looking for excuses and start looking for opportunities. You stop being a passenger in your own life and take the wheel. But that kind of mindset, it doesn't just happen. It's built. Day by day, choice by choice, battle by battle. Some days you'll feel like you're losing. Like the weight is too heavy, the fight is too hard, the mountain is too steep. And that's when it matters most. Because anyone can keep going when things are easy. Anyone can stay motivated when the sun is shining, when the path is clear, when the rewards are obvious. But when the storm comes, when the path is dark, when the rewards seem out of reach, that's when your mindset is truly tested. And that's when you'll find out who you really are. Will you give up, or will you rise? Will you let the world break you, or will you use its weight to make yourself stronger? Will you settle for less, or will you demand more? The choice is yours. But remember this, your mindset is your responsibility. No one else's. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to fight your battles for you. No one is going to hand you the life you want on a silver platter. It's on you. Here. And that's not a curse, it's a blessing, because it means you hold the power. You hold the keys. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop making excuses. Decide, right here and now, to take control. To master your mind. To build the life you want, no matter how hard, no matter how long, no matter what it takes. Because mindset is everything. And once you've mastered it, there's nothing you can't achieve. You've heard it said before, life doesn't give you what you deserve, it gives you what you demand. And that demand, it starts in your mind. It's a quiet whisper at first, an unshakable belief that grows stronger every time you choose to fight, to endure, to rise above. But let me tell you something. That belief, it's fragile. It's like a flame. Neglect it, and it'll flicker out. Feed it, and it'll burn bright enough to light your path through any darkness. How do you feed it? By winning the small battles, the ones no one sees. The battle to get up early when your body screams for rest. The battle to keep working when your mind begs for distraction. The battle to stay disciplined when every bone in your body craves comfort. These aren't grand victories. They're not celebrated or applauded, but they're the foundation of something greater. Every time you win one of those battles, you're reinforcing your mindset. You're proving to yourself, in a language only your soul understands, that you are capable. And capability, it's addictive. The more you prove to yourself that you can overcome, the more you believe it. And the more you believe it, the more unstoppable you become. But it's not just about overcoming. It's about vision. What do you see when you close your eyes? What life do you dream of? What kind of person do you want to be? Because mindset isn't just about enduring the present. It's about shaping the future. It's about seeing something bigger, something better, and chasing it with everything you've got. That vision, it's your anchor, your compass. It's what pulls you forward when the world tries to drag you back. But vision without action is a lie. You can't just dream, you have to do. You have to take that vision and break it into pieces, into steps, into actions you can take every single day. And then you have to do the hardest thing of all. You have to follow through. Not when it's easy, not when it's convenient, but every day, no matter what. That's where most people fail. They start strong, but when the excitement fades, when the reality of the grind sets in, they quit. They tell themselves it's too hard, too painful, too slow. But not you. You understand that the grind is the gift, that the pain is part of the process, that every step, no matter how small, is progress. You don't stop when it's hard. You push harder. You don't quit when you're tired. You rest, and then you keep going. You don't settle when you've done enough. You do more. Because you know that mindset isn't just about winning the battle, it's about winning the war. The war against mediocrity, against complacency, against the version of yourself that settles for less than you're capable of. This war, it's lifelong. There's no finish line, no moment where you can say, I've arrived. And that's okay, because the goal isn't to arrive. The goal is to grow, to become better, stronger, smarter, more disciplined. And the beautiful thing? There's no limit to how far you can go. But it starts here. It starts now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when the stars align. Now. Because every second you wait, every excuse you make, every moment you hesitate, that's time you'll never get back. So stop waiting. Start moving. Because the truth is, you're capable of more than you think. You're stronger than your fears. You're bigger than your doubts. You're smarter than your mistakes. And once you realize that, once you truly believe it, there's nothing you can't do. Because mindset is everything. It's the difference between standing still and moving forward, between giving up and pushing through, between surviving and thriving. And you're not here to survive. You're here to conquer. So make the choice. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Master your mind, and you'll master your life. because with the right mindset you can't lose. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Mastering your mind is a lonely road. It's not a journey everyone will understand. People will question you, doubt you, even mock you. Why do you work so hard? They'll ask. Why don't you just take it easy? Life's too short for all this. But they don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They're comfortable with mediocrity because it's safe, it's predictable. It doesn't challenge them. But comfort is a cage, and you've chosen to break free. So let them talk, let them laugh, let them doubt. Their words mean nothing to you because you've got something they don't: purpose. And purpose, it's powerful. It's what drives you when the world tries to stop you. It's what keeps you going when your body is exhausted. Your mind is screaming for rest, and the easiest option is to quit. But you don't quit. You keep moving, one step at a time, because you know that the pain, the struggle, the sacrifice, it's all worth it. Every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, it's building you into the person you're meant to be. And that person, they don't settle. They don't compromise. They don't stop until they've reached the heights they were born to climb. But don't get it twisted. This isn't about proving anything to anyone else. This is for you. It's about looking in the mirror and knowing, without a shadow of a doubt, that you gave everything you had, that you didn't hold back, that you didn't let fear or doubt or laziness win. It's about pride. Not the kind of pride that makes you arrogant, but the kind that gives you peace. The kind that lets you sleep at night, knowing you fought for your dreams, for your future, for your life. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Not the opinions of others, not the approval of the crowd. Just you, standing tall, knowing you gave your all. And when you reach that point, when you've built a mindset so strong, so unshakable, that nothing can break you, you'll realize something incredible. It was never about the destination. It was never about the accolades, the rewards, the recognition. It was about the journey. Because the journey, the struggle, the growth, the transformation, that's where the magic happens. That's where you become the person you are meant to be. And that person, they're unstoppable. They don't fear failure, because they know failure is just a lesson. They don't fear pain, because they know pain is just part of the process. They don't fear the opinions of others, because they know the only opinion that matters is their own. And most importantly, they don't fear the future, because they've built a mindset that can handle anything life throws at them. That's the power of mindset. And that power, it's already inside you. You just have to choose to unleash it. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Because every second you wait is a second you'll never get back. So what are you waiting for? Your life is waiting. Your potential is waiting. Your greatness is waiting. All you have to do is decide. And once you've decided, once you've committed, there's no going back. You'll face challenges, yes. You'll stumble, you'll fall. You'll doubt yourself. But you'll also rise. Stronger, smarter, more determined than ever. Because mindset isn't just everything, it's the only thing. And once you've mastered it, there's nothing you can't do. You see, the world isn't kind to the weak. It doesn't care for excuses, doesn't wait for you to gather your courage, doesn't slow down when you stumble. The world will crush you if you let it. But here's the beauty of it: the same world that tries to break you can also build you. If you choose to fight back, if you choose to endure, if you choose to rise again and again, no matter how many times you fall. That's what mindset is. It's not perfection. It's not about never failing. It's about never staying down. Because staying down, that's a choice. It's the easy choice, the comfortable choice, the one most people make. But you're not most people. You've decided that weakness isn't an option, that failure isn't the end, that every setback is just a setup for a stronger comeback. And that decision, it changes everything. It changes how you see the world, how you see yourself. Because when you truly believe in your own strength, when you trust your ability to overcome, there's nothing that can stop you. Fear loses its power. Doubt fades into the background. Challenges become opportunities. And you're unstoppable, unshakable, Unbreakable, you become the master of your fate. But let's be honest, it's not a straight path. It's not a smooth road. It's messy. It's chaotic. It's filled with moments where you'll question everything. Why am I doing this? Why does it have to be so hard? Is it even worth it? And in those moments, when the weight feels unbearable, when the darkness feels endless, you'll have to dig deep. You'll have to remind yourself why you started. What are you fighting for? Who are you fighting for? Because this isn't just about you. Your strength, your mindset, your determination, they're not just for your benefit. They're for the people who look up to you, the ones who rely on you, the ones who need you to be strong so they can find their own strength. That's the responsibility you carry. And yes, it's heavy, but you're strong enough to bear it, because you've trained for this. Every battle you've fought, every hardship you've endured, every scar you carry, it's all prepared you for this moment. And now, it's your time. Your time to rise. Your time to lead. Your time to show the world what it means to be unshakable. But remember, this isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. It's not about how fast you go, it's about how far you're willing to go. Because mindset, it's not just about winning today. It's about building the foundation for a lifetime of victories. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't just survive but thrives, who doesn't just endure but conquers. And that person, they're already inside you, waiting to be unleashed. So stop holding back. Stop doubting yourself. Stop letting fear dictate your choices. Because the truth is, you're stronger than you think. You're more capable than you realize. And the life you want, it's closer than you think. But you have to take the first step. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Because the clock is ticking. And every second you wait is a second you'll never get back. So make the choice. Step into the fire. Embrace the grind. And show the world what happens when you master your mind. Because once you do, there's nothing you can't achieve. And here's the truth. Once you master your mind, you don't just survive life, you shape it. You bend it to your will. You make it yours. The world will throw storms at you. Loss, pain, betrayal. It'll test every part of you, every fragile corner of your soul. It'll try to break you because that's what life does. But when your mind is sharp, when your focus is unwavering, those storms don't destroy you. They refine you. They strip away the weakness, the doubts, the fear. What's left is your true self, unforgiving, determined, untouchable. Think about it. How many people crumble under pressure? How many fold at the first sign of adversity? They run. They hide. They give up because it's easier. Because facing the pain, fighting through it, it takes something they don't have. But not you. You're different. You're the one who stands tall in the chaos, who doesn't flinch when the pressure builds. You take the hits, you absorb the pain, and then you rise. Stronger, smarter, hungrier. Because you know the secret. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your ally. It's the teacher that forges you into something greater. The fire that hardens you. The reminder that you're alive, that you're capable, that you're still in the fight. So when life gets hard and you don't back down, you don't cower, you don't break, you rise. Because every setback is an opportunity. Every failure is a lesson. Every moment of doubt is a chance to prove to yourself just how strong you really are. And when you prove it, when you push through the darkness and come out the other side, you realize something incredible. The fear, the doubt, the pain, they were never as powerful as you thought. It was your mind that gave them power. And the moment you take that power back, the moment you decide that nothing, not fear, not failure, not the opinions of others can control you, you become unstoppable. That's the power of mindset. It's not just about what you achieve. It's about who you become. And who you're becoming, it's someone the world won't forget. But here's the thing, mastering your mind isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. Every morning, when you open your eyes, you have a choice to make. Do you give in to the comfort, the laziness, the excuses? Or do you fight? Do you take control of your day, your thoughts, your actions? Because that's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the choice to show up, to do the work, to refuse to quit. Day after day, week after week, year after year, until one day you look back and you realize how far you've come. You realize that the person you are today, the strength, the resilience, the focus, it's all because of the choices you made. Not the big, dramatic moments. The small ones. The moments no one saw. The sacrifices no one thanked you for. The battles you fought in silence. That's where greatness is built. In the quiet. In the grind. In the moments when it's just you and your will to keep going. So keep going. Because you're not just building a life. You're building a legacy. And that legacy, it starts in your mind. It starts with the belief that you can, that you will, all. That nothing, not fear, not failure, not even time can stop you. Because you are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. And with the right mindset, there's nothing you can't achieve. So don't stop now. Don't look back. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, one battle at a time. Because the life you want, the life you deserve, it's waiting for you. But you have to take it. And it starts here. It starts now. Because mindset isn't just everything. It's the only thing. And once you master it, you'll realize the truth. You can't lose. Because the strongest weapon you'll ever have is already inside you. Your mind. Now go. Show the world what happens when you refuse to break. Show yourself what happens when you refuse to stop. Master your mind, and you'll master your destiny. And no one, not the world, not the doubts, not even your own fears will ever be able to take that from you. Because now, it's no longer just about winning or losing. It's about owning who you are, about stepping into the arena of life, knowing that you've already won the hardest battle, the battle within yourself. The world can try to break you. People can betray you. Circumstances can crumble around you. But when your mind is unshakable, when your thoughts are your ally instead of your enemy, nothing can truly defeat you. You'll walk through fire without flinching. You'll stare down chaos without blinking. You'll face the unknown with a quiet, unyielding confidence that no one can take away. That's the power of mastering your mind. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter where you started. Maybe you've been broken before. Maybe you've failed. Maybe you've made mistakes that haunt you. But none of that defines you. What defines you is what you do now. Do you stay down, letting the weight of your past hold you back? Or do you rise, carrying those lessons, that pain as fuel for your future? Because the past, it's not a prison, it's a teacher. And the lessons it gives you, they're priceless. They teach you resilience. They teach you strength. They teach you how to stand tall when the world wants you to kneel. But only if you let them. Only if you stop running from the pain and start embracing it. Because pain, it's a sign that you're still alive, that you're still fighting, that you haven't given up. And as long as you're still in the fight, you haven't lost. The only way you lose is if you quit. But quitting, that's not in your DNA. You were born to fight, born to overcome, born to rise. And every time you do, every time you push past the limits you thought you had, you prove something not just to the world, but to yourself. You prove that you're stronger than the doubts, stronger than the fear, stronger than the obstacles life throws your way. Because mindset is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond. It's about looking adversity in the eye and saying, "You don't scare me." It's about standing tall, even when the ground beneath you shakes. It's about knowing, deep down, that no matter what happens, you'll find a way to keep going. Because giving up, that's the easy way out. And you're not here for easy. You're here to win. Not just in the big moments, but in the small ones too. In the moments when no one's watching, when it's just you and your thoughts, when the temptation to quit whispers in your ear. That's when the real battle happens. And that's when you prove, once and for all, that your mind is your greatest weapon. Because the person who controls their mind controls their destiny. and you're in control. So take the reins. Don't let fear steer you. Don't let doubt hold you back. Don't let the opinions of others chain you down. This is your life, your story, your legacy. And it's time to write it with the kind of boldness, the kind of strength, the kind of fire that the world can't ignore. Because you were meant for more. More than the doubts, more than the fears, more than the limits you once believed in. You were meant to rise. And now, it's your time. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now? Because every second you wait is a second you'll never get back. So stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop hesitating. Master your mind. And show the world what happens when someone refuses to lose. Because you're unstoppable. And the life you've dreamed of, it's already yours. All you have to do is claim it. Now go. Your time starts now.